Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today we meet the YSU women's bowling team. They are national champs. I also prepared Dan Noodles. So easy. But first, the brand new Falls Edge glass walkway at Nelson Kennedy Ledges State Park.
As we look right up on these trees right there, we can see what we call blazes or trail markers.
Yeah.
And as we can see from this map, Falls Edge glassed walkway, the Glassbridge is on the white trail. So we're gonna head up this way. It's about a 4/10 of a mile round trip. So we got a couple minute walk ahead of us.
And then, well, we get a really nice view of Minnehaha Falls. Is that why this selection was chosen?
So that was one of the big choices. It really centered on the gorge, and the waterfall is part of that gorge. The other big component to this is these, what we call points of interest, now have these new kiosk maps at them, or signs that kind of tell you what you're looking at. And we're going to cross a couple of those and we can stop and see them as well.
Very cool. So peaceful. And even though there's people all around, you still have moments to yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just beautiful.
It's a light to moderate hike over an uneven terrain. And the entire park's like this. So we're on the easiest of our 4 trails. This one's, it's not bad. So as you can see, we have a concrete apron that leads up to the walkway along with the boot brush. A little sign to kind of tell people. Then we get out onto the walkway. So the big part that I tell people is when you get out there, be mindful of the moment and kind of take it in. You're gonna feel your heart race a little bit and the smiles kind of come from there.
How involved were you with figuring out where this bridge would be?
So we obviously had a design build team with engineers and architects and an ODNR's engineering side to help out with this stuff, but we had a whole team of professionals from the initial stages that looked
like what you wanted to highlight. And
we knew the whole park, and we evaluated each of the areas, and we kind of chose this because we thought it was going to be the best and most appropriate place to put something like this.
You do have the sun.
Yeah,
you know,
nice.
the clearing of the trees, so you could really take advantage of this glass.
Yeah. So as we walk out here, this is where the walkway gets its name, Falls Edge Glass Walkway. It's one of the few spots that you kind of walk out and you're looking out and over and down on a waterfall.
Wow. Wow. This is freaky geeky. I love this. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And we've had no shortage of water lately.
Yeah, so that's the awesome side to this, is right now we're getting a ton of people. We've had tens of thousands of people that have come to see this place in the recent weeks since it's opened. And we're looking for continued visitors in the years to come.
And this is the Minnehaha Falls.
Yes, this is upper, and that was lower Minnehaha Falls.
It's freaky looking down though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's freaking me out a little bit.
They built one of these at the Grand Canyon too.
So this is the first of its kind in ODNR's catalog of offerings. So there wasn't really anything that we had in our catalog statewide that was anything like this, and it's one of the neat sides that makes it very unique and special. Yep. We have folks coming from all areas. We've had people from 16 states call, including Canada, that all want to visit Ohio, and that's just awesome.
So out of all the state parks, how did we choose Nelson?
So this one was part of ODNR director Mary Mertz's vision. You know, she kind of had the idea and was the brainchild behind it, and she knew she wanted this up at Nelson and kind of took us to task, and we went through that design build phase and got our engineers and architects and the consulting firms and kind of materialized from there.
How long from beginning to end of this project did it take?
So there were some challenges with construction from the design build stage. I'd say it was in that 2 to 3 year time frame. So the vision for this happened in the early 2020s, And we started construction a little bit over 2 years ago. Obviously, the steel was all manufactured in Ohio.
Wow.
These are specialized glass components that are inserts that go in here. These aren't things that you buy off the shelf.
No, these are very specialized pieces.
Required
I mean,
a little bit of
rust.
Yeah.
The powder coating, and you know.
So it's a very robust structure. It's designed to last for years to come, but a lot of thought went into the design to be able to still allow us to connect with nature.
I love it, and
this blends in
at the end.
the way it cantilevers out, and we think
May I ask what the price tag on this little baby was?
It was in the $1.6 million range, and that includes the bridge or the walkway and the wayfinding stations that we've seen around the park.
Well, that seems pretty fair.
Yeah. So I can tell you, like I said, since we've opened, tens of thousands of people have come here to visit. And, you know, there's people visiting from all over. It obviously doesn't cost anything to visit Ohio State Parks, including this place, but many of these folks are going and visiting our surrounding restaurants, and you know there's a lot of great places to eat in the Mahoning Valley.
I mean, there is a lot happening, and they're, you know, introducing themselves to all these great places around here because it really is beautiful. And as you said, it's free, and you really got to get back into nature because it's a quality of life. It's a sanity issue, really.
Yeah, as we talked about, you know, you had some visionaries in the Mahoning Valley, Volney Rogers, and
I know, he's one of your heroes.
One of my heroes, recognized the importance of preserving nature and giving us a place to connect and still enjoy it.
Right. I mean, we've just got to keep these special places, you know, untouched. I love what you've done here.
Thank you.
And I will be back. I mean, this is actually a place where you take friends that are from out of town and that.
Yes.
It's that special.
Yeah, so we've had people from all walks of life and all over that have come here, and it's going to continue. And we're ready and happy that they're coming here. So,
hey, you keep me in the loop.
Will
Continue
do.
to razzle dazzle me, John.
I'll try. I will try.
Just stay in your own lane. The Casey Malone Show will be right back after this.
You already know us for our top-tier windows, but what about our advanced gutter systems? With our Double Pro gutter filtration, 2 layers of industrial-grade aluminum keeps debris out of your gutters and drives rainwater away from your home. Plus, our continuous hanger technology reinforces your entire gutter system for maximum strength and drainage. And we'll install it all in as little as 1 day. Why wait for the next storm to get gutters that perform? Not only do we stand behind our gutters, we hang on them.
This is GABA-Camp, barrier-free camping and nature for our friends with disabilities. Thank you for your generous donations. We now have our first phase, but more work needs to be done. A lodge will provide a meeting place and food service for our adults with disabilities and their families. GABA-Camp is a 501c3 organization. We need your help to grow. Donate to GABA-Camp. Given is living.
Locally sourced is good, whether it's ingredients or a bank, and that's why my bank is Farmers National Bank. Since 1887, Farmers has remained rock solid through every economic condition. Having a bank with a history of safety, soundness, and conservative management is a must. It all boils down to this. You need a bank that will help you reach your goals. I do too, and Farmers is mine. Farmers National Bank, rock solid.
It's patio season at Carmela's. Enjoy our family's traditional Italian favorites and creative daily specials. We're open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. Carmela's on Western Reserve Road in Boardman.
Weight loss goals aren't one size fits all. At Hurricane Health and Wellness, we understand the struggle. We've been there too. That's why we offer the most popular, effective weight loss medications at an affordable price. Look and feel your best today with Hurricane Health and Wellness.
You better come on in my kitchen.
Today I'm going to make for you one of the quickest side dishes or full-size dish that you've ever had. It is the Dan Noodles. And I was gifted a couple jars of chili crisp. You know, I never use this in my cooking. And it is the main ingredient for Dan Noodles. But this is the momofuku. And it's not a really, really hot one, but some of them really can get hot. But there's garlic and chili flakes and oil, and it's really a nice addition to a lot of dishes. But the Dan Noodle is so easy. This will come together, I swear, in about 5 to 10 minutes. So let's go over the ingredients, and I'm going to make for you Dan Noodles. For this recipe, you'll need 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, and 1 teaspoon of honey, 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil, 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of chili crisp, 1 tablespoon fresh ginger minced, and 3 cloves of garlic minced, 2 green onions chopped, white and green parts, 1/2 cup of cilantro chopped, and 3 3-ounce cakes of ramen noodles, spices discarded. Well, this is a lot of common Asian ingredients, the sesame oil, the rice vinegar, and you could use a sesame paste, but I'm just using a natural peanut butter. This will go right into the base sauce. So let's assemble that in a medium-sized bowl. We'll get all that out. Then we're going to add the soy sauce. We'll add the rice vinegar. That gives it a little punch. We'll also add the honey. That gives it a little sweetness. You can also use just regular sugar if you'd like, same amount. And we also are going to add the sesame oil, and that really has a nice flavor. And a little bit of salt. So we'll whisk this up and get it all combined, because this is the base of the sauce. And man, once we start cooking, this comes together so quickly. Perfect. Okay, and then we'll just sprinkle the onions right on top. We are not going to mix them in yet, so just leave them right here. Now we're going to go to the stove. I've got water waiting to boil, and we are going to heat up these ingredients, the chili crisp, ginger, and garlic, and this will be assembled really quickly. In this little skillet, I'm heating up the star of the show, the chili crisp. I'm just getting the oil nice and loose and getting it nice and fragrant. You can hear a little bit of a sizzle. And now I'm going to add the ginger. Hear that? And the garlic. And we're just going to combine them for a little bit. There we go. Just get it all mixed together. And that's it. All right, so I turn this off, and now we dump it right here. Listen. Hear the sizzle. Isn't that nice? So now we put all of this on top of our onion and paste. And then we just mix it all up. So easy. Now, I've got those 3 cakes of ramen noodles. I'm doing it to package instructions. I will boil them for 3 minutes, and this dish will be done. So now what you do, you don't even have to drain them in a colander. What you do is take the noodles and put it right on top of this sauce, because a little bit of extra water helps loosen things up and helps it spread a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it looks a little messy, but
no, it smells amazing.
Look at this. Oh my gosh. So we got most of the noodles out. Little noodly noodles.
You want me to get that out of your way?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a reach around there.
And then you just toss it, right? Oh, look at this.
Wow.
I mean, look at how the sauce just starts clinging to it. You don't want to leave any of that goodness at the bottom. And then for the finishing touch, fresh chopped cilantro. Oh,
okay.
This works perfectly. Again, we'll give it another little toss.
Mix all that green stuff
Mix
up.
all the green in, because you know this has to have something fresh. You ready?
I'm ready.
So here you go. Now this is a little hard to eat. I'll give you just a little bit so we don't
Okay.
slurp it all over us. And then, now listen, you could add protein, you know, chicken or pork. Any of that would work well, but this could be a main course or a side. It's really good. And can you believe how quickly that came together? I think the longest part was chopping and grating all that stuff. So here we go.
Okay, ramen.
The noodles are really
Ramen it is.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, there's heat from the chili crisp, but it's not that overpowering heat.
It sneaks up on you.
It does, but it's like the Calabrian peppers.
Yeah.
You know, there's that upfront heat, and then it just dissipates once you eat the whole thing. Love the peanut butter. These are all pretty common ingredients, and I love it. Quick meal to throw together. And I like a nice crisp. We're gonna go from Japan to Spain.
Okay.
Little Albarino, nice
I hope
white
it's a
wine.
one-way ticket.
Cool thing there.
Wow.
Right there.
That's fantastic.
It really is good. And you saw how quickly it came together. Go to my website, CaseyMaloneShow.com. Look for the recipe for Dan Noodles, because they're good. Cheers.
MyMe Global is your premier local resource for all things 3D. At MyMe, we make 3D portraits of you, your pets, and cake toppers. Or witness your child's growth year over year and get their graduation MyMe for free. Photos don't last, but a MyMe lasts a lifetime. Visit the MyMe store, located in the Round Glass building on Belmont. Get your own 3D printer, where we assemble, repair, and get it running right. We even give you a discount on materials. At MyMe, we know 3D.
Hi, I'm John Stanko.
And I'm Robbie Fellman from Boardman Subaru, introducing the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid.
The most fuel-efficient Forester ever with up to 40% better fuel economy.
And over 580 miles of driving range per tank of gas.
With increased horsepower and torque while being the lowest emissions Forester ever.
The Forester is one of the best-selling and most award-winning SUVs in America.
Test drive yours today at Boardman Subaru.
Just south of Route 224 on South Avenue.
I'm Elizabeth Bernard. For more than 30 years, I've provided our Valley with sound legal advice. My associate Jennifer Rigetti and I will be your legal representatives if you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident. Don't try to handle it yourself. We'll navigate the red tape of dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the obstacles that you'll face. Remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases, and hiring a lawyer does not mean you have to go to court.
Call attorney Elizabeth Bernard, local legal experience for more than 30 years.
Mara, we want to help you find a ring that's as unique as your love. We'll guide you through the entire process, from deciding between natural and lab-grown diamonds, discovering the perfect stone, to finding the setting that fits your style. And with our in-store repair services, we'll make sure your ring looks stunning for years to come. Whether you're looking for timeless elegance or a modern twist, we'll work with you and your price range to find the perfect ring.
Hi, I'm Michael Senchak, and First Light Home Care is trusted by local, state, and national veteran organizations to arrange needed services for local vets. Most of these services come at no cost to the individual. Our goal is simple: to offer the services you need to stay in your home. This may include assistance with mobility, bathing, personal care, and meal preparation.
We are proud to serve our local veteran heroes. Thank you for your service and for trusting our family to take care of yours for over 10 years.
Well, this is Amanda Granata, and she is a national champion. That's right, the YSU Penguins brought home the national championship for the women's bowling. And Amanda is a Jersey girl. Now, did bowling bring you here, or was it your education?
I definitely found out about Youngstown through bowling first. The team would actually come to a couple tournaments in Jersey, so I was able to go watch through high school. And I definitely liked, obviously they were such a great team then, so they were always at the top of rankings. And then when I got to my junior year of high school, Coach Doug had reached out to me just through like Messenger and said like, hey, you're great, let's bring you on a visit. So I came out to my visit in
That's cool.
March of my junior year and committed in April.
Wow, so there is bowling scholarships. I mean,
Yes,
they
yes.
are looking now. This is really going to up the ante for our, our bowling.
It definitely
recruiting.
should, yes, and more girls should definitely get into it. There's so many scholarships out there for women's bowling.
Why bowling? What made you so interested in bowling?
So I have family who put me through leagues when I was really little. So actually my cousin Ryan, he passed when he was 19 in the car accident a couple months before I was born. I am named after him, I'm Amanda Ryan, but he was a huge bowler. And I definitely tried to continue on his legacy a bit. So my mom put me in leagues at young ages, and then when I was 12, I won a New Jersey State tournament, and that qualified me for Junior Gold Championships, which is a national tournament. And I went there for the first time ever when I was 12 and absolutely sucked. Did terrible. Terrible, one of the worst
And you didn't
people.
walk away, you said, I will beat this.
Yes, I said I want to learn how to do what those girls just did.
Right.
So I went in, and ever since then I've improved on my game, and I bowled more competitively after that, so.
See,
now I'm
Ryan
here.
is your spirit animal. He was looking out for you.
Oh, yeah.
So the Holiday Bowl in Struthers is HQ. This is the practice headquarters for the YSU Girls Penguins. And Doug Kaburski is their coach. And you were a college bowler yourself.
In a different century, I was a college bowler myself. Yes.
Nebraska. I mean, that is a haul.
Yeah.
And could you see any difference between bowling back when you were in school to now?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, the game has evolved. I mean, pretty much every 3 to 4 or 5 years, the game changes significantly. So yeah, you can imagine in the last 20 plus years that I've been out of college bowling, the game's evolved, and you have to evolve as a coach and as a player too.
So what is it? Like the balls?
Yeah, it's like any other sport. You have technology advancements, lane conditions, the coaching advancements. The players are more talented than ever. The coaching is incredible across the board. Your power, your rev rates are up across the board. I mean, if you look at old videos from the 90s compared to now on the ESPN tapes,
right,
it's incredible how much the game is advanced and it's changed.
What do you think about your new talent coming in?
Yeah, it's we're shifting gears now. Obviously, we had a lot of wonderful celebrations the last 2-3 weeks and enjoying our time together as they finish up their finals. But we're excited. Yeah, the talent's amazing. The personalities I think are going to be fun to work with, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they're all going to mesh and create a new identity for themselves.
Well, Hannah Miller is another returning bowler, because you're losing a lot to senior status.
Yeah.
When did your passion for bowling start?
I am one that you would call a late bloomer. I did not start bowling until my freshman year of high school.
And then you just really fell in love with it.
Yeah, so my high school coach had worked with my father, and I played softball and volleyball at the time. And I was like, yeah, sure, let's add one more sport, which was a winter sport. And he's like, just come out and bowl. And here we are.
You think it's kind of an old-fashioned thing, and I mean, you guys are all hip and young, and, it's really not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think it's on the uptick now? Do you see it becoming more popular?
It's definitely on the uptake. For a while there, it was a lot of bowling alleys were shutting down, a lot of, prices were skyrocketing. And it just kind of became one of those things that bowling is something that once you get to this age, most of them have started when they were younger.
Right.
So trying to get the youth back into it, which I feel like is starting to happen. So we're going to start seeing that rise again.
And hey, even just locally, knowing that we've got national champions
Exactly.
right here at our university.
Exactly.
You gonna go pro?
I've thought about it. My career path might be one that's kind of hard to go pro with.
What do you want to do?
I'm a mechanical engineering
Okay,
major.
well, yeah, it might pay better.
Yeah, so always kind of had the dream to go work for NASA. I love rockets, I love spaceships.
And right up in Cleveland, we've got a big center.
Yeah, bowling is not obviously just about skill, it's about the team and the team dynamic. And I've bowled with the same girls on the same team for 3 years since I've been here because we haven't lost anybody due to the COVID years. And so we're really going to work hard to try to keep that special bond that we've had and try to bring it and re-spark
so
it.
close last year, and now, but you
exactly.
delivered. Well, this is Kara, and she is you were the only freshman on the team.
Yes.
So you're going to be carrying the weight for the next couple years.
We'll see, but yeah.
Now, I am learning a lot of stuff, so I want you guys to know some stuff. Now, I am these are my rental shoes that I got right here from Holiday Bowl. See, these aren't what bowling shoes are like anymore. Now, explain to me how these work.
Okay, these are SST8s by Dexter. So on this side you have the rubber so that you can't slide. And then on this side you have the slide, which are interchangeable, so you can take them off. In case you go to like a bowling alley that's a little bit stickier, you can put a higher number on and it slides more. And then you can change the sole as well.
Now, is this what everybody's wearing now, the bowlers?
Most people do wear them. I know the girls have a different type. They still have Dexter, but I actually had to get these ones because my feet are too big.
Do you have a pretty pronounced hook when you bowl?
It depends. Like sometimes yes, and then sometimes no. It really just depends on the pattern. Like this one on this lane is 37 feet. So that means that 37 feet on the lane, there's no more oil. It's gonna hook.
What kind of oil is used on the bowling lanes?
Yes.
There's also Prodigy.
Yeah.
All of the other ones that just
I only know fire and ice.
Yeah. They evaporate faster or slower, and some of them are a little bit thicker, and which makes them evaporate a little bit slower, and they don't move on the lane as much, and it completely changes how a pattern can play depending on what type of oil is used.
So us bowling on Friday and us bowling on Saturday, it would be the same pattern, but they re-oil in the morning on Saturday.
It just keeps changing,
Yeah.
you know, the shoes, the balls. I mean, it's just, I guess it keeps up with technology. But I mean, it's still going to be the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Still going to be
Same goal of hitting the same 10
pins.
pins.
Right.
The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.